Okay, so Google have just finished premiering their video about the new Google Pay. I'll cut down the video to something shorter and I'll go over my thoughts on some of the features. You can now use Google Pay on your iOS. Yep, you can use it on your iPhone. What they've done is updated the app so it integrates into your finances. And by that I mean they can see everything you're doing, which sounds very Google. So I've had a look on Twitter to see what other people are saying about the app. Most common things I've seen are people saying they don't like the interface. I'll put some pictures up on the screen somewhere showing you what it looks like as I talk over a few things. So as the Android 11 update was all about conversations and chatting to people, they've done a similar kind of thing with the Google Pay app. What you can now do is you can scan people's QR codes where you'll open a conversation where you can pay or request money from someone. You can also create groups. So if you're going out for food with your flatmates, say there's like 3 of you or something, and if you pay for the bill, you can just put a request in the group and then the Google Pay app will give you status updates on who's paid you and who hasn't. I reckon this is quite a useful feature because the amount of time someone's been like, oh, I'll just pay you later, and it takes ages for them to get back to me. If it's already there in the app and I can just scan a QR code, we can get it done and it's out of the way, I won't be chasing people down. Once you've tapped to pay for something, that business will be added to your homepage where you'll be able to see your past transactions and offers. A welcome feature is ordering ahead. So similar to using your McDonald's app, for example, you can order from the app and then pick up. You can do the same thing within the Google Pay app, and this works with over 100,000 places. Hopefully now you won't have 10 different apps of random food chains when you can just use Google's app instead. Similarly, you can also pay for petrol at a petrol station from your app. Oh, and another cool one is you can actually pay for parking on the app. So if you're away from your car and you're nowhere near it, you can actually add extra time, like an hour, from the app without walking and topping it back up. In the Explore section of the app, there is a sponsor tab where I guess businesses pay Google to have technically ads there. But what they are, they're offers for these particular brands. I'm not too bothered about these. If they give you discounts and they benefit you, I think that's pretty good. And on the Insights tab, this is probably where the most useful information about your spending is in the app. You can view how much you're spending every month or in the week. You can even search how much you spent in a particular month. You can search for food and it'll categorize it for you and you can see what you've just spent. If you want to see how much you spent in a certain category, you can search for it at the top, for example food, and it'll show you a list of where you spent your money on food. It's a similar thing to Google Photos where you can search for stuff like, if you search for a cat, it'll show you cats in Google Photos, or if you search for a mountain, it'll show you those. It's a similar thing but with finances. So things like food maybe, camping, sports, those will pop up and show you what you spent in those categories. And this is where it kind of gets sketchy. To get the best out of this, you can connect your bank account, your Google Photos and your Gmail. If you do this, it will allow the search to search through your bank accounts, your Gmail and Google Photos and pull up any information related to your search. So if you search for something like tent, it might pick up a photo of a receipt of a tent that you bought. Obviously, there's a lot of privacy concerns there. I do use Gmail and I do use Google Photos, but I feel like giving the app access to search for those is like another level of Google just chipping at my privacy. They made a thing about it in the presentation that you explicitly have to enable this. It's off by default and you have to turn it on yourself. Also, I'm in the UK, so I actually don't have access to this app. It's only available in America right now. The laws governing privacy and online data is a lot more strict here, which is why I think some Google services aren't actually in the UK yet. One thing I'm missing, which I really had on my Pixel devices, is screen call. Again, I think that's for privacy reasons why we don't have that in the UK, but hopefully this Google Pay stuff will come to the UK and I can try it out soon. So this video kind of just showed you what the entire presentation was about in a shorter amount of time, and I gave you my thoughts on a few things. Please let me know in the comments down below what your opinions are. I'd love to hear what they are. And are you concerned about your privacy at all? Are you worried Google has taken over too many areas of your life, like finances, email, photos? They're everywhere now. I'd love to hear what you say. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and I'll catch you in the next one.